Hi, Cecile here. It's Friday at 4 p.m. GMT, and today I'm so excited to be here again this week and sharing some ideas and strategies for you to move forward in the business. And today's topic is all about how do you figure out that what the casting activities that you need to focus on, and how do you go into that space in first of all, and that's the topic for today. And if you have questions that you need to ask me, that put that in the chat below, that I'll be more than happy to answer them one by one as I have it. So this topic that I'm going to talk about today, it came out when I was having a conversation with someone, a female entrepreneur on Clubhouse a few days ago, and she said, like, I asked her, like, okay, the topic came about how do you start creating consistent cash flow in your business. So how do you do that? Is by you focus more on cash generating activities. Now the question, like, how do you go about doing that? And so this is the topic for today. So if you're watching this, you're feeling always like feeling pressed for time, and you feel like not moving forward in your business faster that you think that you should be, and you think like someone else is moving faster than you are, and you're not, and you feel like you're always working so hard, and the pile of things that you need to do just keeps up adding one by one, and you feel like it's never ending story, and you're working so hard, but you're not actually generating enough cash flow for your business. Then this episode is for you. So so let's get started on this. And so how do you do that? So how do you figure out like where you need to focus on your cash selling activities? So this is what I'll do first. So you need to first look at your last month, or even better for the last 3 months, and add all the time that you've been spending on your task. And this gives an idea, and then you can start bucketing into two buckets. One is that your cash selling activities, which is directly related to um, to making sales and getting cash flow in the business. And the second type is non-cash selling activities, like things like you creating content for your business, and doing admin work, and being on Clubhouse, or being on this and doing this. So that's directly not related to generating cash flow. If the task directly relates to generating cash flow, then it is cash generating activities. And if it's not, then it is not a cash generating activity. It may well be in the future. So, but for now, it is not a cash generating activities. Now, so now we have two pockets. Like your time is divided into two things. One is your cash generating activities, and one is non-cash generating activities. Whether you go further on this, on the non-cash generating activities, is like think about how you could bucket that into three, four, five buckets. Which is one, you could be, say, let's say, just creating content and for your brand. Second one, it could be doing admin work. Third could be being on host, being on podcast and things like that. So you could bucket them into four or five logical buckets for your business. Then what you want to be doing next is you want to go through this process. You might want to write this down. If you have a handy pen and paper, if not, then come back and watch this and write this. Just follow this DAD. I just follow this. It works. So what you do is, for the non-casting activities, then you to like, what are the tasks that I need to delete them, and still your business will run smoothly as ever without any friction of you're not being stuck in the business. Are there any tasks that you can delete them? And then if you can't delete them, okay, fine. Then can you automate them? Can you systemize in such a way that the system does the heavy lifting for you, so that you don't have to spend time doing that, so that you can focus on casting activities. So then you go for automation process. So then if you say like, oh, we can't automate this one, then in that case, then can you delegate that to someone else? Because that might not be being you being on zone of genius, that where you could be the one of the only one who can deliver this transformation. So you go through this DAD process, that process of how do you categorize the different pockets that you have on the non-custody activities, and then what you're left with, like activities where you can only do it. For example, in my brand, when I'm doing this and going live and doing YouTube videos and all that, there's only I can do it. My team cannot handle that, and this doesn't work. So that's kind of thing that you want to be doing. So, and then you'll be really surprised to to see this, like where you spend your time. My gosh, when I did this exercise last quarter and the previous quarter, and I realized that there's so much doing that, even actually realizing that I was doing that. Imagine that you start just adding 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, and by the time you know it, and that's in hours and hours and hours, and think, my God, actually, I could have gone through this DAD process. I could have deleted some of the tasks that I didn't need to do that, and it doesn't really affect my business in what I do, and something that I could have that system, that app is something that I could have automated the whole process, or I could have delegated to someone else, and now, and then I wouldn't be out, and I would think that I would be much further ahead in what I want to be in terms of creating content, having a couple of things on my site and things like that, and that could get my business further moving. And so now, so you could do the same. So go through the DAD process and let me know when you've done it, like how you find it. You can comment on the video below, and I would love to know that how and what's the result for you, what you find out about your business. So when I spoke to this female entrepreneur on Clubhouse, other day, and she said to me, I'm really like, that's the part that I really don't want to. I'm so scared to do that, and I told her that, look, and until you do this, you will know. Otherwise, you're just guessing. And you're just shooting in the dark and just going ahead with one and only line, which I call it the revenue goal. It's like, I don't know anything in my business, so all I do is I just go for sales, and as long as I have sales, hooray, I'm covered. Not necessarily, because we've seen the biggest brands or the brands, they've gone bust because when they can't make a sale for a month or two, and they're in serious and serious business problem, they have serious business problems because they don't have cash runway. They haven't made a mindful investment for future growth. So when it comes to creating more cash flow in your business, so as a coach, as a consultant, that you want to be maximizing your time so that you can maximize revenue, so that you can maximize income, so that you can maximize your cash flow in the business. Your time investment where you put in matters so much. So you put in effort to go this DAD process to find out where you're investing your time into non-cash generating activities. So that's the non-cash generating activities side. Now we come to the cash generating activities side. On the cash generating activities side, so what you can do, that what we do in our program, we go through this process of finding out which cash generating activities are the most your most cash generating activities in a such way it offers the highest return. Because think about it, you can't be in selling like 15 to 17, 18 different product lines. One of my clients, she had 18 different product lines. And I said to her that there's no way possible you could give this time and energy to someone else when you're using your time and expertise to do that. And we need to come up with only 3 to 5 products that will give you that. Then you maximize your time, and that will maximize your cash flow. So from 18 products, we came with the 5 products for her. And so think about in your business. So work out like how much from package or for hourly rate or whatever that may works for you. Like let's say for package, like if you say for £1,000, like how many hours of coaching of things that you have to do to get that for £1,000, and compare that with some of the things that you're doing, and then you work out your average hourly that you get paid, and just focus on 3 to 5 items that will have the biggest impact on your cash flow in a positive way. That's the kind of thing that you want to be doing so that you can maximize your time, and then you can maximize your cash flow. And we go even deeper on this, and we talk about things like I take the rule of 3 of 3 of 3. Okay, what do I mean by this is that if you look at the example of Apple, how they market the business, they always give you options of 3. So you have 3 choices. Like so there's one line. So like you can go for this many RAM, this many thing, and it's like you have the second option, you have the third option. So when they give these choices, it is so powerful, because most of us, we deviate towards the middle lanes. So like, okay, I don't want the lowest one because I think I can go much higher, but I don't want to be spending on the highest one as well. So we tend to fall into this middle part for most of us. And that's beauty. That's the marketing mess, Apple works do so well. So you could do the same. So when it comes to creating your cash flow generating activities and do like that, so you could come up with your 3 of 3 of 3. What I mean by this is you come up with your tripwire product, which your initial product that people want to engage with you to build a know like and trust, and you could have your core product what you sell and provide massive transformation. And you could have a profit maximizer that will complement. For example, it could be a workshop to start off with, then you have a 12 weeks program or something, and then you could come up with like your additional as yearly program. And you can say like, okay, on the middle part you could have say the same thing structure going on, but instead of just having group coaching calls, you could add like six sessions or uh, 6 sessions to be on the middle part. And on the profit on the third choice, you could have like say 12 sessions, mostly individualized, customized just for you. So you could structure it in such a way so you have 3 of 3, but in a way that customer, your client, your prospect is just buying one of one as one value ladder process, just working that's for them. And not only doing that, you have this value ladder lined up, but the key thing here is as a coach, as a consultant, you're maximizing your time. You're maximizing your time investment into they're hiring, they want to work with you, and you have the highest rate of return per hour. Whether you cost one on one, you get hourly rate or not. But think about it. The way we compare once is that how much you get paid for your time as investment, even as a package. And one of the day that I got asked a question like, so say, but what is my hourly rate? Because I'm not an employee of the business. And I said to and Brenda that, and well, yes and no, because you are the employee of the business, because you work for the company, and you are the director of the business because you own the business. So you wear two multiple hats here. So you have two hats you're wearing in the business. So one as a business owner, one as employee who serve the company. So you need to be paid. You need to be compensated for both the hats. So you get paid for the hours that you put in the business, and if you hire someone else to do the work for you, then okay, fine. Then if you have a managing director or someone do the exact transformation that you provide for your clients, and you have an operator instead of you delivering that transformation, that's fair enough. But you still have to pay them. So that's a direct reflection on the cost of investment in your business. So that's investment in itself. But as a business owner, so if you generate, let's say, 100,000 a year a business, and you work 260 days in a year, so that 52 weeks in 5 days a week, so that 260, so 100,000 divided by 260. I don't know what the figure is. I'll have to press the calculator so you can do the maths. But whatever that is your hourly rate, because as a business owner, that's how much you generated as a revenue for the business on hourly basis. So wearing your hat as a business owner, so that's your hourly rate. So if you're thinking about talking as an employee in the business, how much you need to be compensated for your business, that's a different story. So you need to compare yourself with an operator that you would bring in, what rate that you have to pay the operator to do the job, to do the transformation for your client. So that's a different story. So you want to be maximizing your time in the business so that you can focus on this more on casting activities out of 3 of 3 that your client would deviate towards your one of one, which is that they focus on the most applicable, most profit for them in terms of most value for them in terms of the tripwire product, this core product, and the profit maximizer. But if that's in the view, that's the value that think that they're getting. And however, from your point of view, and you're setting your most profitable product because you're giving them 3 choices, and your most middle product, which they will most likely go for, is your most cash generating product in terms of your time investment during the transformation. So that's the thing that I wanted to share with you today. So if you have questions on this aspect of any of the questions that you have, then I'm more than happy to take questions. I'll check in the chat for now. Okay, so it looks like that we don't have questions. So thank you for tuning in for today. So happy that you guys are here, and and on Friday at 4 p.m. GMT every week. And we do this every Friday, 4 p.m. GMT. So every burning question that you have around growing your business and growing your profit and cash flow, and so I'm here to answer them one by one. So if you got friends that who could benefit from being in this call, that do invite them. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I post helpful content every week, yeah. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.